Alright guys, so before I talk about the kayak today, I just real quick want to tell you why I changed the channel name. I kind of thought that having such a specific name, like to a specific area, might hurt the channel. Not everyone's interested in Central Illinois. So I decided to make the channel name more broad. I just think it's better for everybody. I think it looks better. And I don't always fish in Central Illinois. So I'm going to have videos from Northern Illinois, Southern Illinois, hopefully closer to Missouri this year. Yeah, I got some plans for the channel, so it's not exactly going to be right here where I've been fishing the whole time. I'm also planning on getting a boat soon, but we'll talk about that more when things become a little more concrete. But yeah, as for the video today, I'm just doing a little review of my kayak. I got it for 180 bucks at a Black Friday sale. It's at Farm and Fleet here in Decatur, Illinois. But yeah, that kayak on the internet goes for anywhere from like 300 to 400. But at that store right now, if you go and take a look at it, it's 200 bucks. So that's a relatively cheap fishing kayak. The other budget kayaks people look at mostly are like the Ascend ones, and that's Bass Pro's brand. Those usually start about 500 bucks and go all the way up to like close to 1,000, I think. Yeah, they are nicer than the Tamarack. I don't know why I didn't mention it, but yeah, my kayak's a lifetime Tamarack angler. But anyways, those Ascend kayaks are nicer, but they're also 3 to 4 times more expensive. As far as bank fishing goes, it sucks. Everyone knows that. I mean, yeah, you can catch a ton of fish from the bank, but it's almost always better to be out on some kind of boat. So yeah, for 180 bucks, pretty hard to beat. Get you. You don't have to bank fish anymore. You can car top it. It's not super heavy. I just got a little truck, so it's super easy to load in the truck. But yeah, also I walked through how I set up my depth finder. I got a bunch of questions about that, so I figured I'd get into detail a little bit about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. Check it out.
Alright, so it's really dirty, so don't pay attention to that. It's got, crappie nibbles, some granola bar. It's just a mess right now. The best thing you can do for this kayak is get at least one of these seat pads from a sporting goods store. They're really comfy. They're kind of like memory foam. This seat sucks. It will kill you, and it'll make your legs go numb if you sit there too long. Don't run with this. Get something to at least put over the top of it. That's one major upgrade you're going to want to do. The carry handles are really nice. All the bungees are actually like decent quality. I rigged this up for my crate. I run these bungees through my crate to hold it down. And what I did is I zip tied the end of this I cut the bungee cord, and I made a loop in this side of the zip ties. And then that way I run this through my crate, secure it, and then hook it on. So if I were to flip, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to unhook. Otherwise, the backrest is really nice. It's adjustable and everything. You got a paddle holder here. And okay, so everyone's been asking about this depth finder setup. Anyone who has this specific kayak will, if they haven't figured it out yet, will thank me for this. What I do is you keep all your wiring inside here. It's super easy. It requires like minimal drilling. But what I did is, I don't know if you guys can see this, stuck my transducer into it's called duct seal. Like duct tape, but duct seal, and it's a putty. And you stick the block into the bottom of the kayak, and then you mush the transducer down into it all the way up against the hole. My imaging is perfect on my depth finder. It looks great. So you don't drill any holes. You won't scratch up your transducer. The only disadvantage is that your water temp reading isn't perfectly accurate, but it's at least pretty close. The second awesome thing about the way I set this up is that if you buy the through hole, it's Hobie makes a through hole wiring kit for depth finders, any other electronics. This Lifetime Tamarack has a paddle leash little loop that you can tie your paddle leash to right here, and that screws into the hole. No joke, if you just unscrew that and get the Hobie Kit screws directly into the threads in the kayak and seals perfectly. So you don't drill any holes there. It just runs perfect through there. And then you can run your transducer and power wire through here. The only holes I've drilled in this kayak are for the mount here. I was gonna get a ram mount, but I didn't really see the point in it because this has a quick disconnect anyway. Here, I'll show you guys the depth finder real quick. So my little battery box is Velcro. I Velcro it down back there. And then this is the depth finder I use. It's the Elite 4X DSI by Lowrance. It's actually really good. The only thing it's lacking is GPS, but the picture's great on it. But it just clips in if you get one like this. So I just clip it in, plug it in. When I'm done, there's no need for a ram mount because I literally just pull these two tabs. Thing pops right off. So you don't have to worry about anybody stealing it, anything weird like that. This is another suggestion. Really simple but huge. Get a little lanyard with clippers and pliers and it'll save your ass. Definitely worth it. But all in all, I've spent minimal money on this kayak. The kayak, like I said, was 180 bucks, which is pretty reasonable for what it is. The depth finder was an old depth finder from a John boat that me and my dad had, so that didn't cost me any money. I spent money on the battery. The battery is a Cabela's brand battery and it's $30, so that's not bad at all. But other than that, I weigh 200 pounds and I feel like I'm pretty much at the max weight for this kayak. If you weigh anything, I'd say 215, 220 or over, I would not buy this. It's not a very long kayak. The weight capacity, total weight capacity, I think is 285. It says somewhere on here. I don't remember. Oh, 275. So it's not you can't just load it down. Another disadvantage about this kayak is that it's slow. It does not glide through the water very fast, but it is pretty stable, and that's one of the trade-offs for stability. If you get a kayak that's more stable, it's not going to be as fast. So that didn't surprise me. I would rather have stability than speed any day. Another thing I like is the foot rests. You don't have to slide anything. You don't have to reach over and grab anything to slide it. You just put it wherever you want it. It comes with a rod holder. I haven't used that yet, but I'll probably use it to troll for walleye, stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, best budget kayak for fishing that you can buy. Would definitely recommend it if you're on a tight budget. I'm in school right now. I don't have a ton of money to throw around, and it gets you out on the water. I just went out crappie fishing, and at the ramp there were guys in a nice boat asking me how I caught my fish, and they got skunked. So it's not about what you have as far as boats go. It's just about getting on the water, getting your experience, and just kind of knowing what you're doing. It's not the gear, it's the fisherman. So, but yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.